roll.
Super
Here
ready,
we go.
excited for the day. It's going to be an amazing day. Back to this.
Mama,
We need more film. Gather two.
We are shooting digital.
Best show ever in Well, howdy ho, people, and good evening. My name is Erinn.
My name is Dan.
And we are Erinn and Dan.
And this is Erinn and Dan, but it's live.
It's live. It's live right now. And guess what? It's not a Tuesday, everybody.
No, it's not, which explains why none of you are here.
That's not true. They're pouring in as
Actually,
we speak.
all of you are here.
Thanks for coming, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It is July 3rd, which means that tomorrow is the 4th of July.
It means tomorrow is America's birthday. America's
249th
48th birthday.
It's old, but it's not that old. You know what? We're still a baby country. We're still trying to figure it all out.
In the terms of countries, we are very young. And in the terms of celestial time itself, we are barely even born.
So true.
So let that be a lesson to you. Don't try to control so much. Let it go. You know what I mean? Just exist. Find some joy.
Thanks for joining us, Erinn. Hi, Steven. It's been a long time. Wow, you're not usually a Tuesday night guy, but maybe you're a Wednesday night guy.
This is interesting. Maybe we'll have a viewership tonight because we've got the Wednesday nighters, the people who are skipping out on church to play hooky with Erinn and Dan.
That's right. Wow. You guys, I am so happy to see all of you. We have had a crazy couple of weeks.
Yes, we have.
Things have been really, really busy.
It's bananas.
Popsicle shirts. I like that.
These are, I think she means popsicle.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought that was kind of cute.
These are bomb pops, the most patriotic of popsicles, the kind that I always ate at the 4th of July at school. They would give us these, and we get all hopped up on sugar, and we'd caused holy hell.
And he still does it too.
Yeah.
America's young, scrappy, and hungry. That's so true. We are so young. America is such a young country, and I didn't even realize this until a few years ago.
When America walked into, she saw America walk into a liquor store, and it got ID'd.
It did. Speaking of ID.
Yeah, get this.
Guess what happened yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
I went to buy my mom a Mike's Hard Lemonade, and I got carded. It was a glorious, glorious day.
And I do believe you have officially reached middle age when that story becomes something that we celebrate.
Dog.
Don't you think?
Maybe.
I mean,
don't
this
care.
is a thing.
I'm celebrating.
Oh, you're carding me? My pearls.
I was so excited, y'all. And she was serious. And I thought she was joking. And I had left it in the car. I was like, do you need me to go get it? And she's like, yes, please.
And there was a huge line behind us at the gas station. People were like, and I was sitting there like, I'm sorry. It's just, she's so youthful.
Yeah, it was great.
Mm-hmm.
My hair wasn't even in pigtails.
No.
Yeah, so this is good news.
What are y'all up to out there? What are you doing? You got big plans tomorrow? Tomorrow's the 4th. Today's the 3rd. This is the 4th Eve, as it shall henceforth be known.
That's right. And
so what do you got going on?
Telling us, we're going to go ahead and pour some drinks because it is time to toast, ladies and gentlemen.
And we're drinking coffee over here in the Beckman Dirth household. Or is it Dirth Beckman?
It is really whatever you like it to be.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm good
Not
with
the words of a married couple.
We are getting so many married couple jokes, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Everywhere we go, people are like, oh, is that the ball and chain, young man?
She lets you do it. Say these words. Yes, dear. And every time I go, that's a good one. That's new.
We get it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But what are y'all drinking out there? Are you pouring yourself a root beer or perhaps a soda? We have someone coming to us all the way from the good old state of Nebraska for our toast today.
Oh, that is so true. And it's a doozy of a toast. I haven't even seen it yet.
I haven't seen it either.
It was so long that you might think it's a director's cut by Peter Jackson.
That's a funny thing to say.
Well,
this is our friend Jason Alexander. He is from Kearney, Nebraska. He is an actor. He is a wonderful human being, and he's here for words of wisdom. Let's see what he has to say. Hey, Jason.
Hey, Dan and Erinn, everybody. Happy 4th of July, Independence Day. Around this time of year, I always think about one of my favorite TV shows is The West Wing. And it's just the characters, the acting, the writing is also inspirational. And there is one story that's told on it that just lives rent-free in my head. And so I want to share it with you. Leo McGarry, who's the chief of staff, is talking to Josh Lyman, who has had a difficult day, and he says, guy's walking down the street, he falls in a hole, can't get out. He's down there for a while. After a while, a doctor walks by and he says, hey, can you, I'm stuck down here. Can you help me out? The doctor writes out a prescription, throws it in the hole. A few hours later, a priest walks by and he says, hey, Father, can you help me out? Priest writes down a prayer, throws it down in the hole, walks off. Later, sees a friend of his walking by. He says, hey, Joe, I'm stuck down in this hole. Can you help me out? His friend jumps down in the hole. He looks at him and he says, what are you, stupid? Now we're both stuck down here. And Joe says, yeah, but I've been down here before and I know the way out. Surround yourself with great people. When you're down, when you're stuck, someone will jump down with you and they'll know the way out. Cheers.
Cheers, Jason.
Thanks, Jason. Clink. Now, of course, there are flaws in that parable because the way out of the hole is up.
But being alone is worse than being in a hole.
I don't know. I don't know. There are days where I wish that loneliness would find me a little more often.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Days where I'm in a hole and I wish that I was there alone.
I don't think that's true.
That's not true. Jason Alexander is his actual name. He's not the one from Seinfeld, as you may have noticed.
Yes.
But he is the next most famous one.
He is. He really is. He's famous in Nebraska. Y'all, speaking of some really famous, cute people, look what we did this last weekend. We produced Beauty and the Beast Jr. at Spring Theater, and it was so much freaking fun. Oh my gosh, we had a blast. We had great crowds. We had amazing kids on stage. Some of them, it was their first performance ever. Some of them gave performances so stellar, you would have thought that you were in a professional theater.
And some of the other kids also were there.
It was so much fun. It was a blast. And you know, my favorite part about Spring Theater shows is after the show, everybody goes out into the lobby and they greet their public. And it is so sweet to see all of the support in this community. This is an amazing community, and I am so grateful to be a part of it, genuinely.
In fact, our guest later is a sterling example of what this community has to offer.
So true.
We'll introduce him a little bit later, but just know that he's currently in the green room enjoying snacks and complimentary beverages. As you know, we always give our guests. So if you too would like top shelf wine and those extra toasty Cheez-Its, just come be a guest on our show.
It would be a good time. Yesterday, we were performing outside, and it is so good to be inside, let me tell you. We performed at the North Carolina Fun Fourth Festival in Southport. You could actually see how windy it was. My hair was
That's a great shot of you,
blowing all over the
honestly.
place.
Very glamorous.
Yeah, it's because I was being Farrah Fawcetted by the wind that was there.
Not pictured when Erinn came out in her third costume and for the entire number had her top was just up like this for like the entire
I had no idea.
3.5 minutes, and then she went
I was cooling off backstage and waiting, and I changed my costume and I lifted it up and I was cooling off, and well, you know, and then the sound guy came over to me and he said, hey, just so you know, in your black pants you have a rip about that big right on your crack. So
well, you shouldn't censor it because that makes it sound a little bit worse than it was. He meant butt crack.
Oh yeah, that is what he meant.
Just in case just to keep the cracks defined.
It wasn't my most glamorous show, but it was super fun.
Yeah.
Lots of veterans came out, lots of community people came out, lots of kids came out. I love it when kids see this music.
And I got me a funnel cake. I got me a foot-long corn dog with some ketchup out of a bottle that had a rind that would have made your skin crawl, but I ate it anyway.
I got some gelato. I got a big stack of potatoes that were so enormous.
She was eating them like this.
I was. It was so good.
She walked on the thing. First the belly, and then that. All the guys were like...
it was. That's only a small exaggeration. It was so much fun, though. Caitlin says, I feel you with performing outside. Yes, it is insane. Like, these outdoor gigs are insane. They're so big. And then you just kind of sweat and you got to keep going. And then the wind blows the hair on your face and your hair sticks to your face and you keep smiling. And,
Kaylin, what are you performing? What kind of gigs are you doing?
yeah, let us know.
Let us know in the comments, in the chat, as it were. The Little Red Hot Dogs, absolutely not. All
Kevin
right,
Hampton loves talking about hot dogs.
is this a Southern thing? Why are the hot dogs dyed pink? What's the deal?
My mother hates the dyed pink
Well,
hot dogs.
What's the point? There must be a point.
It probably makes it look less disgusting. Hot dogs are not my favorite
don't
thing.
think that's true.
I do. I think, like, if
You-
you have really weak hot dog meat and you
Yo, son,
It's
you got
all-
weak hot dog
if
meat.
it's all the same color,
Put some pink in that ish.
I just I don't know. See, I don't mind the actual taste of hot dogs, but I do mind the aftertaste. Like the burp of hot dogs is not. It's like one of the worst things. In
I'm
the
just
world to
wondering
me.
why. Who was like, you know what would make this processed tube of pig meat more tasty? If we injected it with bright magenta, like it was a pork Easter egg.
The day before the 4th of July, you may not call hot
Yeah.
dogs processed pig meat.
Anna G, where are you from? Because I grew up in Minnesota and I had never seen them, and now I'm down here and they're everywhere.
That's so funny. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Hey, y'all, if you're not doing anything, we have another Sip and Improv coming up at Spring Theater. If you are in the Winston-Salem area, we had one of these in June and it was a blast. July 11th is going to be our next one next week. It was so fun. We all had way too much wine. We did a lot of improv.
we all had to get our stomach pumped. It was great.
It wasn't way too much. It was just the right amount. And it was a blast. It was so much fun. Ooh,
Wow.
Sigmund theatricals.
I wish someone would pay me to be a dancer.
You do get paid to be a dancer. I saw the joke, but it was gone. It
I
was.
choked.
Oh, you haven't seen pink hot dogs? Well, you're missing out.
They are not good. Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
I'm glad you're
thought
coming,
so.
Jennifer.
I thought so, Anna. I had a feeling. And let me tell you, you stay up there in Minnesota because the pink hot dogs, that's what
Woo!
we thrive on down here.
It's going to be fun.
Also, good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Wow, we have a lot. I was worried about doing it on a Wednesday because our audience is ready for Tuesdays, but you're all here and some newbies. So
I think
thanks
we
for
should
coming.
just every once in a while just shove it over by a day, just to keep people guessing. Actually, when we're on tour later this year, we're going to have to be completely inconsistent with our schedule. So
Yes.
stay on your toes.
Yeah,
Stay
it's gonna
frosty, goose.
It'll be fun. Oh, yay. All the moms are coming. Let me tell you, we had the best time the last time we had improv. So join us for that. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Dan, what's that noise?
What is it? What is it?
Time for the Dan Beckman Photography Picture of the Week.
I don't even know what it is.
No, you don't.
I never know what it is.
As anyone knows out there, Dan Beckman is a world famous photographer. He has, well, I don't know why I said world famous, but he's an award-winning photographer.
Twice.
He's won 2 awards,
Twice.
and I'm very proud of them. And this week, I'm so proud of you. I just got all those balloons for you.
Thank you. I'm allergic to latex.
I had a kid that was allergic to latex, and
You had a kid?
I didn't have a child of my own, but
That's a really personal question, Terry.
tomorrow we are hanging out with some great friends. But anyway, here is the Dan Beckman Photography Picture of the
Oh,
Week.
it's a bear.
I love this photograph.
It's a brown bear from Sitka, Alaska. Look at the kindness in his eyes.
I love them.
Such misunderstood creatures.
Yeah.
Sure, they maul and murder children. Sure, they tear your house apart and steal your food and kill without remorse. But look at those eyes.
They don't kill without remorse.
Have you ever seen a remorseful bear?
Yes.
Have you seen a bear kill someone?
Well, I've seen Bambi, and that bear really goes at it.
There were bears in Bambi?
Yeah. There
What
were bears in Bambi.
What-
There's a big bear fight.
When you say that bear goes at it,
Like the bear goes "Rrr" at the deer. But isn't he the sweetest? Let's talk about how kind and sweet
I
this
took
bear
this
is.
shortly after the man or the bear debate that's been going on because I thought I could use this as a headshot and get more jobs.
If you showed up at an audition with that headshot, I would hire you.
Should I do it?
I'd hire you anyway.
I'll start doing it.
I think it's a pretty good idea.
It is not stuffed.
No.
It is a real life bear in a bear sanctuary in Sitka, Alaska, where they rehabilitate wild bears
How cool is that?
and reintroduce them to the wild. It's very cool.
So cool.
He was sweet. He was
Yeah.
a cuddle bug.
I love bears. They're one of my favorite animals. Do you know that Dan and I's retirement plan, when we're too rickety to perform anymore, we are going to get a farm and every animal will be welcome. We're definitely going to have cats and dogs, obviously, but we're going to have monkeys.
I don't know that we
love
ever agreed on a
monkeys.
cat, did we?
We gotta have one farm cat.
Okay.
Or we could just raise kittens and then when they grow up, we can give them away to other people because I
Yeah,
love kittens.
Whatever. You can do the cat thing. I'm going
And-
to focus on the monkeys and the bears.
And ducks and
Ducks.
pigs.
Mhm.
Oh, I love duckies and
Mhm.
piggies and definitely one sloth. Maybe 2 if they like
I
a
don't know,
partner.
Pam. It's starting. I feel it in my lumbar.
He feels it in his lumbar. My lumbar's fine.
No,
but
yeah, you're great. And you're getting carded at liquor stores still. So
yes, I am. Hey, y'all, speaking of getting carded at liquor stores, I'm turning a giant age at the end of the year, and I decided that this was going to be Erin's year of learning.
Yes.
I am learning one new thing a day, and I'm really excited about this year, this week.
Call me. What do you got? What's number one?
All right, the first thing I learned on June 25th, this is so cool. So I learned this on Facebook.
Ugh.
The actors who played the Teletubbies were super tall in real life. The shortest one was 6'6", and the tallest one was 8 feet. Now, this is the cool part. The show was filmed on this enormous set to make the Teletubbies appear small, and the set's location was so secretive that visitors had to be blindfolded, okay? Eventually, it was revealed that a sloping hill on a private field in Wimpstone, England, attracted many tourists, and everybody was jumping fences and crossing cattle fields, and the landowner was so mad that he said it was never supposed to be a tourist attraction, and he flooded the entire area. And so now it's home to freshwater fish.
That sounds like a plot. I never saw Teletubbies, to be honest with you. But I think that if that had happened in an episode of Teletubbies, one of them might have said something like, "Uh-oh."
That would
correct?
That would have been Poe. He was the 6'6" one. And yes, Stephen, they are actually that big. Isn't that crazy?
So I'm rocking that Poe bod, and I didn't even know it.
Dinky winky.
Next.
Next. Okay, this is so cool and kind of gross. So this is a bug called the conchneal.
Ooh.
Cochneal.
He's cute.
Yeah, he is cute. But you know what's sad? He's in Starbucks raspberry swirl cake, birthday pop, mini donut, red velvet whoopie pie. He's in Kellogg's Fruit Loops. He's in fruit snacks. He's in Yes, they put this dude in all of these things. He's in
on purpose?
Skittles. Yes.
Oh, what is it?
It's a bug.
For what? What do they do? What do they use it for?
They use it to make the dye. So in many of these things, this bug,
Really?
the cochneal, is in it. And the sad thing is it takes 40,000 of these bugs to create 1 pound of dye. So anytime you have a red Skittle, you're eating this little mother.
So when they say like red number 7 or whatever, it's just these cockneals?
I don't know if that's number 7, but it's cochneal.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's red number 7. Ow, 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 ow.
I also learned on June 27th that they used the same eyes from Chucky in the movie's Child's Play, and they were reused for the Crypt Keeper in the Puppet HBO television season, Tales from the Crypt. You can see them right here.
Beautiful.
Isn't that cool?
Those are eyes that would make Hitler blush.
Yeah, so good to know.
Okay. Thanks, Chucky. Next.
Then the next day, I learned on June 28th that...
Okay, Jennifer.
What did she say?
Grow up.
Oh, Jennifer Ginsburg. I am surprised at you.
You're fired.
You can't say things like that on our PG-13 show.
Type it. All right, what is this? What is this?
What do you think it is?
Is this Chucky without the eyes?
No, this is so much cooler. This is when snapdragon flowers die. The dried seed pods that remain look like tiny, broken, shrunken skulls. Isn't that cool?
It's eerie.
It's eerie, but it's like kind of magical in a way.
All right, so far we have demented eyes, we have squashed bug meat, and we have voodoo skulls hanging from impasses.
And now it's time for Toni Collette. Yes.
Thank God. That is the natural progression of things.
On June 29th, I learned that when she was a teen, she faked having an appendicitis to get out of school so well that she actually got her appendix taken out.
Really?
They didn't believe her. It was like too late. And she was like, no, I was kidding. I'm so sorry.
Wait, how did that happen?
She like faked all the symptoms so well.
Why? Just for fun?
She wanted to get out of school.
I didn't hear that part. I thought it was for a role.
So for any spring theater children watching, don't do that.
Or do. I mean, really weigh the odds. If you get a really brutal exam coming up, it's worth like 40% of your grade.
You're still going to have to take the exam anyway.
Yeah, but the appendix is vestigial and the exam is not. So buy yourself some time.
I don't know.
Yeah.
On June 30th, I learned that it takes 540 peanuts to make one 12-ounce jar of peanut butter.
Oh.
And by law, any product labeled peanut butter in the United States must be at least 90% peanuts.
Really?
Who knew?
Otherwise, it'd be called butternut.
Exactly.
Butter pea.
Butter pea.
I'm phoning it in today, guys. If you want
He's
more,
tired.
You got to send me some tips or some subs or whatever you do on Twitch. Whatever you do for those streamers.
Or maybe some pound cake, because the last thing I learned on June 30th was that pound cake is called that because, does anybody know?
Why?
The original recipe called for 1 pound of each ingredient. Like a pound of sugar, a
Really?
pound of flour, a
That's
pound
neat.
of butter, a pound of I don't know, vanilla. I don't know what else is in down there.
That's really neat.
So
I love how you started disgusting and then ended with a couple of pleasant facts.
thank you. I don't think it was that disgusting. The
That's true.
Teletubbies
It
thing
wasn't.
was not disgusting.
Teletubbies
the only
are-
thing that was gross was the cocktail.
Teletubbies are off-putting,
Yeah.
especially when you picture them 6'6" on an English countryside.
What's your dream role, Stephen Taliaferro? Did I miss something?
Tinky Winky.
Oh, Tinky Winky is your dream role?
That's what he said.
Aw.
If he said it once, he said it 1,000 times. It's all he ever talks about. Oh, I want to play Tinky Winky on Teletubbies.
I liked Poe quite a bit.
Did you like Poe?
Pam is offering.
Did Poe shuttle you into womanhood?
Nah. I think if I was into any of the Teletubbies, it probably would have been Lala.
Okay, let's open this can of worms. Which Teletubby would you out there like?
Oh no!
I'm just
Dan
curious.
just pressed a button.
No,
And it made it sound way
our
dirtier than it
producer
was.
did. Thanks, James.
Thanks, James.
Appreciate
You're the best,
you.
James.
We have a budget and a producer. Which Teletubby would you like to,
Would you like to marry?
Or let's expand
I would
this.
like to marry Lala because I
doesn't-
think she's very sweet and very upbeat and bubbly. And
Do
I
they
think
have
we would
different
have a good time.
personalities?
Oh my God, yes.
Okay, take it easy.
Did you never watch the Teletubbies?
I think let's roll the tape.
Poe is the baby. Poe is the da 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 da.
Okay,
And
that's mine.
She just yes, that's you. He's the one that's 6'6" too.
Oh, see?
So there you go. And then Lala is the really upbeat one that's always giggling. She's like Lala, and she's super happy. Tinky Winky is the boy who carries around the purse, and he's like super awesome and cool,
Okay.
and he is very flamboyant and super sweet. And then what's the other one? Tinky Winky, Dipsy. Oh, Dipsy's the kind of Dipsy one. He's like,
Bruce, you
Yeah.
got to open your mind, bud.
oh my gosh, I hope you're not saying to shoot the Teletubbies because I will have to come after you.
I'm after which one had the purse?
Tinky Winky.
I want Tinky Winky.
Tinky Winky's sweet.
Tinky Winky sounds like he pushed progressivism in an era that was lacking in it.
Speaking of progressivism, guess what we did this week?
What'd we do?
We watched 2 movies.
Yes, we did.
Our first movie we watched was A Family Affair. It's on Netflix. Has anyone out there seen it? I loved it. I thought it was great. It's with Nicole Kidman and Zac Efron, who seem like an unlikely couple.
Yeah.
But it's really good,
Okay,
in my opinion.
Here's the thing. This happens a lot to me, specifically with like rom-coms. I will really enjoy a rom-com, and then I'll go on Rotten Tomatoes, and it'll have like 40%. I think this has like a 50% on Rotten
Isn't that
Tomatoes.
crazy?
But it's actually, I think it's delightful.
I
What?
just have to go back to that comment by Anna because, yes, that vacuum in Teletubbies made my life.
Wait, what vacuum?
There was this little vacuum, and the Teletubbies would drop pies all over the place, and then the vacuum would come up and suck them up, and it was so cool. It was a great show. And then there was a baby in the sun.
The Baby
And-
in the Sun was wild. I
So
didn't like that.
cute.
I had a fever and I was homesick. It was the only time I ever saw any of Teletubbies when I was a kid. And I turned that TV on PBS or whatever it was on, and that baby came in the sun, and I was like, I am very ill. I must stay home.
All right, we're going to binge Your Honor, according to Jennifer Ginsburg. We'll have to watch that next.
But this movie, quite good.
Yes,
it's,
very good.
It's fun. The writing is good.
Really
it also
good.
passes the Bechdel test. It's a very woman-forward cast, and only part of the time are they talking about men. There's only really one relevant man in the story. Everyone else is
Dan loves
a woman.
that.
It
He's
was- well,
such
you-
a feminist.
You don't see it in rom-coms especially.
Right.
And it's prevalent. I loved it. Good.
I mean, I love it too. I didn't mean to say that I wasn't a feminist.
She meant what
but
she
he's
said.
more
She said what she
feminist
meant.
than I am.
Erin's a bigot, 100%.
No, I'm not a bigot. I love women. I am one.
Yeah, that's so true. I forget sometimes.
Um,
Hey, Durante.
oh
How
my
you doing?
gosh, nice to see you. Durante worked with us on our steamboats that are now in the shipyard being taken apart piece by piece.
Yeah, that wasn't
Then
about
guess
the
what
vacuum.
happened today, everybody? We were in Southport this morning
Yeah.
and we drove, and on the way home, we stopped to see Inside Out 2.
I love the
Oh.
original. If you're like me, and you're not,
You might
if you're
think
like me, you love the Inside Out. It's one of my favorite Pixar movies, probably top 3,
so good.
honestly.
It's top 2 for me.
And the sequels are always hard. It's hard for them to compete, but they did a really good job. I heard they were introducing anxiety, and they did a really, really good job. I don't want to spoil anything, but
Yes.
I completely expected anxiety to be this monstrous thing that was like taking over, and it's not how it's presented at all.
No, it's
Um,
wonderful.
Really lovely. Pixar, they have the magic touch. Even their movies that aren't very good are still better than most movies.
That's so true. I have to tell you that I was so impressed by all the characters. It's not just anxiety. There's all these teenage folks that are there. There's teenage folks. There's embarrassment. And I don't know. It was a really
Ennui.
well done. Ennui. Oh, Ennui was a great character.
Mhm.
Really well done movie. So I
Yeah.
highly recommend it.
Pixar's are still masters of the craft, top of the game.
So true.
They're running out of ideas, sure, but they still execute the ones that are meh.
They do. Steven asks you what your other two Pixar
I don't
picks
know.
are, Dan.
I don't know. WALL-E is up there because I think WALL-E is one of the more underrated Pixar movies. I have a soft spot for the original Toy Story because it came out when I was a kid, and I was like, this is awesome.
My number one is Soul. I love Soul.
Soul is good.
It came out at just the right time for me when I was feeling like my career, and I watched it and I wept, and life was good.
Up holds a special part because I remember when Up came out and we were all like, I didn't know that this was an option for animated films, and they made us cry in the first 10 minutes of the movie. And then Pixar decided, well, let's just make everyone cry every time they come to a Pixar movie. And
I cried today.
It worked. Yep.
And so did you. You were sniffling. You started sniffling just before me.
Yeah. Who's counting, though?
There's one moment you can't not cry at unless you have no soul.
Every time a 13-year-old girl from Minnesota has a hard time playing hockey, I resonate with it.
Speaking of 13-year-old girls who love to play hockey, we have one waiting in our waiting room right now. I don't know why I said that. That was a terrible introduction.
Seph, I'm sorry.
You guys, today's guest, oh my gosh, I could not be more excited because this is one of the best humans I've ever met. He just starred in Beautiful, the Carole King musical at the Little Theater of Winston-Salem. You may also have seen him as Nostradamus in Something Rotten, Adolfo in The Drowsy Chaperone, the entire Dicewith family in A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder, Igor in Young Frankenstein. Igor in Young Frankenstein, and Trenchbull in Matilda. Oh, that one worked out well.
Yeah, it did.
None of the other roles were what I was talking about, but he's also directed recent productions. I love this particular picture right here. It's like Seph on steroids. It's the best.
Is that Pippin?
Yes, it is. And this is him as all of the Dicewith characters. What a cool dude. He also recently directed The Producers and The Sound of Music. Ladies and gentlemen and everyone in between, please put your digital hands together for the one, the only,
Seph Schonekas.
Woo!
Seph.
Hi, everybody.
You've arrived.
Yes, I have. Thank you for having me.
In the nick of time.
And now my dog is very excited about things.
Oh, that's exciting. What kind of dog do you have?
She's an Aussie Doodle.
So is she hypoallergenic?
She is.
That's
And
the kind of
her
dog I
sister.
want.
What's she doing? Does she need to go potty?
No, she just, when I started talking, all of a sudden she was like, oh, people must be here.
Oh,
They are, but they're in there, and she doesn't understand that people can be in a computer and not.
Yeah. Dogs are dumb. What can I say?
I hope she figures it out sometime soon.
Seph, happy almost 4th of July. How you doing?
Good, thanks.
Look who it is. Look who it is.
And what's your name?
Her name's Hetty.
Hi, Hetty.
Oh.
Hi, Hetty. Look
Hetty
over
Lamar.
here.
Hetty.
Hetty, you have a lot of fans looking at you.
you.
You made him look. Her. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to misgender you, Hetty. You are very, very pretty.
Oh,
She's not particular about her pronouns.
Oh, nice.
I love that about her.
Oh my gosh, it's great to see you, and you are a superstar. Tell us about Beautiful that just closed at the Little Theater of Winston-Salem.
Yes, I worked on Beautiful under Ron Law, who is up in New Jersey now. Hi, Ron, if you can hear us. But also with the incredible team over at Little Theater. It starred my dear friend Taylor Bechtold, who was just amazing. Kaylin Hall, who I saw on here earlier, who I can't wait to watch her career grow and develop. She is going to be a pro hardcore and will move audiences around the world. I just can't say enough great things about her and her talent. And then also in our little foursome of a pod was Gate Jordan, who is an incredible human being and only in like his 3rd show and is already killing it.
Wow, I didn't realize he was so new to
He played
theater.
the producer, right? What's his name?
No, he played Carol's first husband, Jerry Goffin.
That's right.
The producer is played by Joe, who is also just an incredible human being, Ghost Farmer. And
Both of them were great in this show.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We just had a great team of people. I saw Pam on here earlier. Just wonderful, sweet people overall. I also want to give a shout out to oh dear, I'm blanking on names. Well, it'll come to me later. But shout out to the entire casting crew.
Yeah, and whenever you think of someone, just pop it out. We'll play a game.
Yeah.
We'll just,
Throw it out whenever you think of it.
Yeah, that's my favorite part about community theater is the word community and what community means. I just love it. Community fellowship is another word that I've like learned to love in the last few years being a Southerner. They're like, come on and join us for some fellowship. And I had never heard that word before. And I guess I grew up at the church I grew up in, we had fellowship hall, but I just assumed that was a religious word. But I just love sharing and all those people that we meet. And I did not realize that Kaylin was so young. What a star.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what an absolute star.
She is incredible. I feel moderately about the fact that we had to play romantically opposite one another, because I remember halfway through the run, I remember looking over at her, beautiful young woman that she is, and realized I could very easily be her father. Like, talking about your getting carded and that sort of thing. I think I've moved past the getting carded stage of my career and now on to the raising the theater babies stage of my career.
Well, and speaking of raising theater babies, one of my favorite things about you, Seph, is that you're such a, let me just tell people who, if you don't know Seph is one of the most talented character actors out there. But
Anywhere.
also, Seph is insanely humble and just the sweetest person, and just a beacon of like the type of person that every community should have.
Agreed.
Extremely like dependable and wonderful on stage, but also without ego and like.
See?
There he goes. He sinks into the couch, and look at.
Those are things that are very rare, and I highly suggest to anyone who's watching, if you have talent, be like Seph, because you could go anywhere and do anything, and anybody who's seen you on stage knows that, but you're so humble. It's awesome. So thanks for that. Thanks for being you.
You're very, very kind. Thank you. I appreciate it.
In fact, Seph is so kind that if you make the mistake of mentioning something that you want, when Seph is around, it will appear at your door within minutes.
He's magical.
I mean, I try real hard. I'm still mad that they told me that they would deliver to your house and reneged on that promise. Still
We were
angry.
literally online one night, and I was like, I'm craving ice cream, and then I get a ding, and Seph's like, it's on the way.
But we live so far in the boonies that no one can get here in a vehicle.
Yo, we can't even get pizza delivered out here. But that's okay. It comes with its benefits. Like, for instance, we can sing at the top of our lungs at 3 a.m, and the only ones that'll hear us are the wolves passing outside.
You have wolves. Good to know.
I didn't know that either.
I will stay here.
Yeah. Well, if you want to come wolf sit anytime, you come on by.
Absolutely.
Seph, you've played so many roles. Can you talk about what's like one that sticks out in your experience as a theater performer?
Well, I mean, a couple of the ones that you showed on the screen, Pippin was an important role for me, only because I think that we all have a theater journey. And my theater journey was not always a wonderful uphill climb the entire way. We all have our setbacks and things of that nature. And many a year ago, when I was very young, the first time I ever lost a part was because I was too tall.
No.
It just happened. You know, like I was maybe 13 or something, and I should have gotten that part, but I was 3 inches taller than the other kid, and it just went the other way. I didn't understand that at the time. Like I just never had encountered it. And so I hadn't built up the tools to deal with that situation. So I stopped doing theater entirely for like 5 years.
Really?
Until I got to my freshman year of college. Like I may have done like a thing in high school, maybe, but like nothing serious the way that I've been doing up until that point. But then in college freshman year, I went and auditioned for Pippin. And it was my first audition back. But I got to the callbacks, I sang the song, and I did really well, which I have trouble saying about myself, but I did a good job. And then the stage manager left the production table, came over to me, and she said, "Hey, Seph, thanks so much for auditioning. You did a great job. Just out of curiosity, how tall are you?"
No.
And I said I was 6'2", and she says, "Okay, great, thanks." Goes back to the director and whispers in his ear, and he immediately goes,
Oh, no.
and I knew that I'd lost the part again
Oh my
for being too
gosh.
tall.
That's crazy.
And so I at that point I understood it a little bit more. I got it, but it was still just like that knife in you that kind of like twists a little bit. Yeah. So then when Theater Alliance did Pippin a couple of years ago, I had the very good fortune to relive that experience and take it back. So Pippin is one of them.
Cool.
Icequith family in Gentleman's Guide.
For sure. That's got to be a blast.
Unbelievable.
If you, by the way, if you don't know Gentleman's Guide out there, it's a role where you play, I think, 8 different people. Is that right? 9 different people. And the quick changes. I mean, just talk about that and what that experience is like for people who might not know.
Yeah. So Gentleman's Guide is a fantastic and woefully underdone show about a guy in late 1800s, early 1900s England, from a disinherited branch of a very aristocratic family. And he is in love with a woman who won't give him the time of the day because he is very poor. So he goes to his extended family, to one of them, and asks for some assistance. And while he's there, this relative dies under mysterious circumstances. And the gentleman realizes that if this happens a bunch more, he will inherit the barony or earldom that this family owns and become wealthy and aristocratic. And suddenly he will have everything he needs in order to get the woman that he loves.
Oh, yeah.
The way that that's done in the show is the same actor plays every member of that family that gets bumped off. And in order to make that happen, there are times where you have a costume change that you literally step off stage and in 12 seconds need to come on stage as a different gender, different character.
That's so
Which becomes part of the shtick. I remember at the Tonys that year, they showed Jefferson Maze's quick change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think one of them happens while he's talking off stage, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
Or it did for him. It didn't for us. I would always exit stage and then run into the loving arms of Charity Hampton, who would make sure that my wigs or facial hair were on right, or Chris Drum, Sabrina Sultanis, and others that made sure that every night I got the costume on that I needed to get on, because I would not have survived without dressers in that show.
Hey, what a good opportunity to quick shout out all the tech crew and the backstage crew that make theater happen that don't often get enough attention and love.
Absolutely. Our stage managers, our dressers are such, there's the balloons for them again. We don't know why this keeps happening.
It's a party.
But dressers is one of those jobs that is really, really hard. You have to do it right, because if you don't, it could just be the scene.
It takes the wheels right out from under everybody.
Yeah, or you could get someone's anatomy caught in their zipper, and then what happens?
Too.
Where do you go from there?
If I had exactly. Oh man, yeah. There's so many good community people on stage, backstage. It's great, and a lot of them are here now. I was thinking it's probably time, Dan.
For what?
To challenge the Seph.
Oh yeah.
Seph, you are one of the smartest people we know. You're one of the most talented people we know, and we have a
Need
game.
more people.
Well, we know 3, but I mean,
yeah, but it's one of them.
One of the 3. Got it. Cool.
Exactly. We love to play this game. We haven't played it in a long time because we haven't had anyone such as qualified as you, and it's called
I Have to Say
Audience Suggestion
in a Song.
All we need now from the audience is suggestions of words that could be in songs. These could be like star
or love or red.
Horses.
Or,
horses is a bad example.
No, it's a great one. I can think of 2.
Which one?
Goodbye Horses.
That's a song?
Yeah, you remember in Silence of the Lambs when Buffalo Bill is changing into his kimono and he's like dancing around? It's all like, goodbye horses.
I can't tell if he's joking or not. Are you talking about the Silence of the Lamb musical?
No.
Well, anyway, what you'll do.
Pigs and ducks and geese better scurry.
From Silence of the Lamb, the musical, right?
Oh, yes, of course.
And what's going to happen is we're going to popcorn around, Seph, and we're going to use that word. And the first person who can't come up and sing a lyric with that word included will lose a point.
Yes. So our goal is to get 0 points.
0 is a perfect score.
We'll go and get some negative points, but then whoever has the least negative points at the end of the round will be our champion today.
So audience, we need your help. Start putting some words, one word in there that you can find in a song, so we have a bank to pull from. Any words will do. And let's get started. I'm going to get a timer pulled up here.
Yes, it's going to be 10 seconds per person. Seph will get to go first, and then what are we going clockwise now?
Sure. First is best, Seph, because you got all the songs
The pressure. Yeah. Okay.
I'm so excited.
Actually, because you're the guest, you can choose if you want to go first, second, or third in the rotation.
Oh.
How
I'll
about
go
that?
first. I'll go first. I'll take your word for it.
All right.
Nice. We are not going to use this suggestion because that was the example.
But I was right.
All right. What
All
is
right.
our first word?
We're gonna
Roll
start
it
with
in.
Seth. We need a song,
And you've got to
sung.
sing a little snippet of it with the word in it.
and audience keep those words coming in. We're gonna go with "Run."
Ooh.
Run, freedom, run.
Yes.
Freedom, run away.
Yes.
That means you have to run, run, freedom, run away. That freedom sun will shine someday.
Yes,
Good
and a little
one.
representation for our upcoming camp of Urinetown,
Woo.
which we very much appreciate.
All right,
Erinn.
Dan. Oh, me?
Yep.
Great. Run, Rudolph, day ready go round. Go, Dan.
Chuck Berry. Run. Let's see.
You got it, Dan.
I cannot be already. Am I already going to lose?
I want to run to you.
Oof. He
See,
had one in the bank.
I told you. You should have gone third.
Keep away from a run around to
Oh, yeah.
All right. I lose.
You do. One negative point for
One
Dan.
negative point for Dan. Are you
Dan
keeping
and
track
I?
of this?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I am.
some positive points.
Hey. Aye. Okay. Well, that means I think. Do I start this next round then?
Yes, you do.
All right. We're gonna go with shake.
Shake.
We're gonna go. I got the hippie shakes. Whatever else that song says.
I know what you're talking about. All right. And on to Seph.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Ooh.
Shake it off. I don't know all of it, so don't come for me, Taylor people. I love
You
her.
know,
I was
Swiftie?
just going to say,
Real good.
No, Swiftie?
just so we don't get kicked offline, that was not by
was-
Taylor Swift.
it was
That was
too-
another song called
It was too accurate.
They could come after us. Okay, shake, Sinora, shake it all the time. Shake, Sinora.
Good.
Oh, no. Dan.
My milkshake bring all the boys to the yard and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right. It's better than yours. I can teach you, but I'd have to charge. Seth.
Shake it out, baby, now. Shake it out, baby. Twist and shout. Twist and shout. Come on, baby, now.
Do you know that's the first Beatles song I ever heard?
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. So thanks for that
Mine
memory.
was Hard Day's Night.
Erinn.
Shake. I shake this feeling. Can't shake this. Shake this feeling. Can't shake. Shake. Aw, crud buckets. Aw. -1 point for me. There was something in there.
It's
Just
not
wasn't
looking good
coming
for
out.
the Beckman-Dirth household.
It's not. The score is 0 to -1 to -1.
Seth's got it locked down.
But
Okay.
I get to go first this time.
Yes, you do. You ready?
I think so.
Okay, we're
Kind
gonna
of
go
nervous
with.
going first.
Okay, well, this will be a fun one.
Okay.
We're gonna start with go.
Go. Go, Joes, if you know what they say. Hang on there, Joes, if you'll make it someday.
Yes.
All right, Dan.
Wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo. Wake me up before you go. Seph.
I will find my way. I can go the distance.
Yes. We should do a all musical theater round.
Another dream role
That'd be tough.
for you, I bet. You'd be such a good Hercules.
It's too old now, but there was a time.
You guys can duke it out for Hades then. All right, go, let it go,
What?
Don't hold it back anymore, Dan.
Okay. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. And Seph.
I don't know. I'm gonna lose this one.
Are you
no. Mm-mm.
The worst part is when you know that you can't think of anything, and then all you can think about is how little you can think of it.
Yes,
It's true.
it just goes brrrr in the brain.
But you know what? It's all tied up.
That's right, -1 to
And
-1
that
to
is
-1.
very diplomatic.
Yep. I almost feel like maybe Seph threw the game.
By the way, y'all, you can if you think of things that we're not thinking of, you go ahead and throw them in the comments after we're done, and we'll revel in our idiocy.
Yes. We got some great suggestions coming in.
Yes.
All right. Now it's time for Seph to start again.
Okay, let's do and we need some more words, y'all, too. Let's see what happens with this.
Ooh.
Cloud.
I've looked at clouds from both sides now. Joni Mitchell. Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite songs of all
all-time great songs. Erinn.
There is a castle on a cloud. I like to go there in my sleep.
Yes.
Never got to play that role because somebody else got it when I was 12.
There's still time.
Dan.
Where happy little bluebirds fly above the rain. Wait, no, is that
No
about?
clouds.
Wait, but I'm just a little black rain cloud hovering over a honey tree.
Good one. Good pull. Last minute. Ooh.
Seph.
Oh shoot! It is somewhere about somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. It's got to be in there somewhere.
Right, keep going.
Once in a lullaby, somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream will do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me.
I knew it.
It was in there somewhere. I was like, where?
Oh, clouds. Something about clouds and cotton candy and clouds. Oh, raindrops are falling on my head. Nope, no clouds.
Are you sure?
I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me. Nope, no clouds. Good round. Woo.
Got my heart rate
I
going.
know.
I was going to be in trouble otherwise.
Nothing like a little drama on a Wednesday
I
afternoon.
know. I love it. Well, I may be in last place, but I get to go first this time.
Okay, we're gonna go with. This is a good one.
I'm getting
Blue.
hot. Blue. Okay. Blue skies smiling at me. Nothing but blue skies do I see.
Yes.
White Christmas coming around.
Oh,
Zippity doo dah, zippity a my oh my, what a wonderful Mr. Bluebird on my shoulder.
it is the truth.
Never mind the
It's
movie
actual.
it came from. It's a good tune.
It is a good tune.
Seph.
Blue, oh so lonesome for you. Why can't you be blue over me?
I don't even know that song. Who is it?
Leanne Rimes did it.
Oh, yeah.
The Leanne Rimes.
I love Leanne
Yodels
Rimes.
it. I can't yodel.
It was red and yellow and blue and green and violet and...
No, that's not where blue falls. But
No.
I think we can all agree it's in
But
there somewhere.
It's in there somewhere.
Um,
Ochre and pink.
Step on my blue suede shoes.
Ooh.
That's also Leanne Rimes, I think.
I think she might have done a cover. You never know.
Seph.
Oh crap! Now I'm blanking back to what you guys just sang. Nope.
I'm so glad you
Like
didn't
I'm
get
literally
that.
starting to sing the songs that you already sang, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, they're real earworms, you know?
Well, you sang them so beautifully.
Oh, you silver-tongued devil.
Y'all, I genuinely, when it's gone, it's gone.
I know.
And I know there's 1,000 more songs with the word blue in it.
That's
and
what
I've
always
probably sung
annoyed
them.
me when, like, I was a kid.
Duh, like Blue Bayou.
Blue Bayou.
I
I love
literally
that
sang
song.
that in
Linda
our
Ronstadt.
Linda Ronstadt show last
Blues
year.
Clues, Blue Christmas,
I'll have a blue. Blues
That's the one.
Clues. Oh,
Blues Clues, Blues Clues,
Ah.
the theme song.
I forgot about
You
that.
remember when you were a kid or you'd be watching like Fear Factor or whatever with your friends and people were always like, I could do that. Or someone's like watching trivia and they're like, I can't believe they didn't get that.
Yeah.
And then it just shows when you're on the spot
Bam.
with
Yep.
all of these people watching and all these cameras in your face.
And they got him. Blue Velvet is a good one. Oh, duh. Blue Moon. Also,
Oh, I can't believe I didn't remember that one.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know which one this is that Haley says. I'm
I'm blue, dabba
dabba
dee
dee.
dabba dee.
Dabba die, dabba dee.
Oh.
This was my
Yeah.
first ever CD.
Aw.
I owe my love of music
You're
to
right.
that to Eiffel 65 Zero Pop.
And you didn't get it.
Well,
But that's okay. All right, the score right now, Seph, you and I are behind with -2. Dan has
Really?
-1.
really?
That tracks.
And it's your turn to go first.
It's mine?
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't. Seth.
What?
I missed it.
Seth goes first.
Oh, duh. That is correct.
Yeah.
All right.
please.
I
Okay.
was off.
All
I'm
right.
so excited.
Some more suggestions. Let them pour in. Okay, this is a good one.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Let's try this and see what happens.
Okay.
I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa! I'm walking on sunshine.
Whoa. Good
Love
one.
it. Erinn.
Sunshine, sunshine, lollipops and rainbows.
Yes. I got sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. John Denver.
Good one.
Yeah. Seph?
One that has always made me cry. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine.
Yeah.
You make me happy when skies are gray.
My mom used to sing that to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she makes me cry.
Now she refuses. Erinn.
Sunshine. Filled with sunshine. The sunshine, I got rain. I like sunny things and bumpers and go bane. Dun, 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 dun. You know what song I'm singing? Da, 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 I touch you one more time again. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm going to take your word for it.
I promise it's a song.
I will hear your sunshine zubby-dubby, and I will say, let the sunshine.
It's going to be mine.
Let the sunshine in. Out from underneath Seph.
Good one.
Hair playing at the Campbell City Playhouse next month.
Woo!
Seph.
Oh, shoot. You are sunlight. No, that's sunlight, not sunshine. And I moon, born by the...
Oh,
Nope.
yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That was our original one, Jennifer. Well, that was a good one. That was a good
That was
round.
our best volley, I think.
I was actually surprised that we had so many sunshine songs.
You know what we should do? An alternative version of this game.
Yeah.
We could all just volley it, and we try to beat the record of the previous. Like in 8 words, you try to beat the record of the previous guest combo. Does that make sense?
That's such a good idea.
Rather
these are great. Pocket full of sunshine. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
Sunshine of my life.
Good one. Good one.
Yeah. A lot of good songs. But the song's been inspiring musicians for decades.
Yeah. Probably longer.
All right. Are we doing another one? We have
All
one
right.
more?
Last round.
Okay. Last one. Let's
right.
get a good one.
This one's for all the nuggets.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
No, Dan's winning this one.
If we're playing, because I need my nuggets.
He does need his nuggets.
Okay. Let's see what happens here.
Okay.
With Christmas. Seph.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas
Mm-hmm.
with every
That
Christmas card I write.
Erinn.
Christmas time is here. Something through the year.
Aw,
A
peanuts.
true classic. Loo, 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 loo. The alternate lyrics.
Dan.
I'm dreaming of a white.
Didn't he just sing that? He did. Seph just sang that song. Pick another one.
Wait, is that what you just sang?
Yeah.
Well, but
Dan.
I.
And because he's a song stealer, I think that Seph and I are the winners of the game today.
I think Erinn won.
I did by proxy because I'm a woman and we need help.
Yes. What?
I don't know why I just said that. I just took away all the good stuff for the day.
If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times.
Hey, Seph, aren't you doing a show with upcoming auditions soon?
I am. I'm doing She Loves Me, which is one of my absolute top 5 shows of all time.
I didn't know that.
It's a beautiful golden age show based on a Hungarian play that was ultimately turned into the movie Shop Around the Corner. And then in the same source material was used for the Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan film, You've Got Mail. And She Loves Me just tells the story of 2 people who are in love, but don't know how to admit it to one another. And with glorious music that many a soprano has used in their auditions for years.
Vanilla Ice Cream, if you've sung it, that's what it's from.
For sure.
Vanilla Ice Cream and Dear Friend are both from that show, as well as Dinner at 8, or Tonight at 8, it's called.
Tonight at 8, yeah.
Yep, and Alona, which is one of my favorite songs of all time. So
I have to say, if you're not familiar with this show, I actually got taken to this show on my birthday when I was living in New York, and I was like, it was on Broadway, it was the revival, obviously. And I was like, oh, great, sounds awesome, not my kind of show. And I went there and I was enchanted. I loved it. It's funny, the music is infectious, the story's great. It's a great opportunity for performers. So definitely go out if you're an actor. And when are you doing auditions, Seph?
we are doing auditions. Let me check just to make sure that I don't get this wrong. August 6th and 7th.
Okay.
With callbacks the following week.
All right. And
Amazing.
if you're not interested in auditioning, but the show sounds intriguing, when can people see the show?
The show will be in December. It only performs one weekend because it's Yadkinville, and while they are amazing and incredibly talented and deserve to have multiple weekends, it's a very small town. And so
Sure
trying
is.
to get to fill that beautiful theater of theirs for more than one weekend is very challenging. But we'll perform December 12th through the 15th.
Can't wait.
Awesome.
We'll definitely come see that.
Yeah,
Because that's
so
right down the
excited.
road from us.
It is, yes.
And send all your people to audition. Please,
Yeah.
oh, please.
And it's not that big of a cast, right?
No, it's a very small cast. I think that at most we'll have around 16 to 18, but we're probably going to be closer to 14.
Yeah.
There are 7 principals, 2 women, 5 men, because Golden Age musicals,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
and patriarchy.
Yeah. Which
and-
they really twisted the knife with that one, because every theater company in America has always struggled to find men, and there is always an abundance of talented women who can't have roles.
So true.
That really bit us in the butt when I was in high school. They decided to do a production of Pirates of Penzance because it was public domain and therefore we didn't have to pay for it. And then in the grand tradition of it's a show that calls for a cast of 2/3 guys, 1/3 girls. And in the grand tradition of musical theater, we had 1/3 guys audition, 2/3 girls audition.
Of course.
So they just gender swapped every single role. And so I was one of the daughters.
That's so fun.
Did you? So you just completely flip flopped all of them?
Everything.
What
So
we
had a pirate queen. And let us gaily tread the measure. Yep.
Cool. What a clever idea for a high school.
Joseph, don't tell them my drag name.
That's funny.
Hey, Seph, we always ask our guests before they go to share anything that might be on their heart, that might be something that somebody out there needs to hear. Do you have anything in mind?
I did, because you told me that I was going to have to do this a little bit before we started the show, and I was thinking about it, and then I thought of both of you, and especially Erinn, not to discount Dan in this regard, but especially Erinn in this regard. I would just encourage everyone, because she is so good about encouraging us to do this, care more about whatever it is, about whoever it is, about anything and anyone in your life that you encounter. Care just a little bit more. And I think that will, one, pay dividends in your own lives, as well as just society in general.
So
I
true.
like that. Throw your 110, that extra 10%, that little bit of extra love into it.
And it's easy and it's free.
Yep.
Plus, selfishly, it'll make you feel good. So it can't hurt.
I think that it might be impossible for Erinn, especially, to care more, because she's just like, she is just caring embodied. But if we can take some inspiration from her.
I've never seen Erinn fail to rise to meet a challenge, so be careful in challenging her to that, because she might burn the house down.
I would care about the embers.
Yeah.
Seph, we love you so much. We, like, all the time, we talk, like, we'll be referring to things and we'll be like, nobody's that good except for Seph Schonekas. We say it all the time at our household. So, like, thank you for joining us tonight. You make us feel so good. And
I love you.
we love you too.
I love you too.
We'll see you next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I got to tell you, one of my favorite humans of all time.
Easily.
Genuinely.
Top tier role model of a person. By the way, not a professional, also works as an attorney. So
Right.
a busy person who finds time to do what they love, spread passion, build community, and come on stupid talk shows.
Yeah, right. And on that note, we have one more segment that we always like to close with. It's a segment that's my personal favorite because Dan made this really cute slide for it. Here it is. Dan.
I couldn't hold it.
Today, I would like to talk on Erinn's Positivity Corner about doing what you love. This is so important to my heart because right now I am probably the busiest. I mean, our spring theater summers are crazy because we wear a lot of hats. Gladly, we love it. And that's my point is people are always like, aren't you exhausted? And the answer is no. And it's because we're doing what we love. So if you feel exhausted or if you feel worn down, try to find the thing that you love and try to make it your life. Sometimes it's easier than others, especially if the thing you love is, saving box turtles. It's probably hard to find a job saving box turtles, but you can do it. There's a way, there's a will, there's a way. That's what the Care Bears used to say. So I encourage all of you to either find something you love and make it your career, or make it your hobby, or make it a part of your life, because you are going to love getting up every morning and doing that thing.
And I was also going to just jump on that and say that I think there's also, and I agree with that. I also think there's a lot of pressure these days to make the thing that you love into a career and monetize that thing. But I also think that there's a lot of value in keeping it your passion and something that you do, and you use your career to fund your passion.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people suffer that, like, oh, you're not doing what you love for a living, you're wasting your life. And I don't think that's true. I know a lot of people, like, I actually think there's a lot of romance. And, you know, I talk about if Erinn, something were to happen to Erinn and she wouldn't be in my life anymore, I would move to Maine and become like a lighthouse guardian and then write novels in my spare time or something. You know, I just think that finding a passion and finding a way to center yourself on that in any way is important.
Absolutely. So find passion in your life and you will have so much energy, I promise you. And this week, I hope you guys go out and have the best 4th of July ever. It is America's birthday tomorrow. We're getting older. We're getting wiser. We're getting something.
We are getting older. We are moving on in the progression of capitalism and independence and democracy and all of that stuff. Those buzzwords I've been hearing about since I was a kid. You know what I mean?
But we love you.
Hey.
And as unpopular as a statement as might be, I love America and I'm grateful to live here. And I hope that you guys enjoy your 4th of July. I hope you have a hot dog, whether it be pink or regular sausage colored, and live your passion, shoot off some fireworks, and share
give
some
America
love.
a nice firm smack on the ass for me. And like a 1950s businessman who's sexually harassing his